Hey everybody, welcome back to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared, and today is another unboxing video. This is a Kickstarter that just came out and I just received it, so I wanted to open it on camera with everybody so that you can take a look at what comes inside Into Deep. And as you can see, it's from Burnt Island Games, designed by Josh Cappel and Daryl Chow, art by Dominic Mayer. It is a bright, colorful game. Plays 1 to 5 in about 2 hours, and we'll see. Take a look here at the back, and I'll just want to read what it all says here. And I'm really excited. It's very like a sci-fi themed cyber criminal type thing. All right, so hack into the minds of cyber enhanced criminals, manipulate their actions, and gather the evidence we need to foil the syndicate's sinister plot. One of you will betray us all. You just don't know it yet. Welcome to the Hook program, Agent. The Syndicate is trying to seize control of New Dawn City, and we can't let that happen. Our new program will let you hack into the minds of their criminal underlings as they enact their plot. Slip into their world and dig up the evidence we need to stop the Syndicate cold. You'll have to orchestrate a series of increasingly intense crimes in order to uncover the evidence you need. But beware, living in a criminal mind is intoxicating. Every move you make can pull you further down the path of corruption. You'll need to manipulate assets in the city while your rivals are exerting pressures of their own. If we manage to foil the plot, the most corrupt of us will pay a price for their recklessness. If we don't, they'll sell us out to the dark side. Will it be you? How close can you get to the Syndicate in pursuit of your mission without going in too deep? So yeah, I first heard of this where a friend of mine saw it, on Kickstarter, and he's like, "You're gonna want to take a look at this," kind of thing. I really like the sci-fi themes of this thing, and the whole exploring of the mind and going into that sort of stuff. It reminds me of the movie Inception, of course, really popular, and just kind of going into someone else's headspace. So let's take a look. As you can see, it's got some spot UV on the title there and the logo. It's basically your normal size box, just kind of like a Great Western Trail box or Takenu or something like that. So here we have on top the rule book and a mini expansion, the Crackdown mini expansion. So this kind of gives you an overview of what comes in that, and it's all included in this box for Kickstarter backers. As you can see, you need the base game. Yep, we've already kind of read the story there at the back of the book. You can see it's a full color rule book. You've got all the components listed. You've got the setup, player setup, overview, what to do on your turn, actions you can take, complete a story crime, draw cards. So it's very streamlined. I like the look of this rulebook a lot. I like the use of color as well. And of course, the last part here is scoring and the solo mode rules. Here's the skills that each criminal has and powers, boost tiles. So just, what you would hope to have on the back, which is just a quick reference to some of the icons that you'll see in the game. So I'll set that aside. Right here, we've got some plastic bases, some not stands, but looks like, you can put things in it for the miniatures to sit in. That gives me hope that your actual color can be changed. It's not tied to a specific character. I could be wrong about that. It could be separate just because other reasons and or for the sake of painters who want to be able to paint the miniatures. I will note that it does have these slots here in the front of the pieces. I don't remember what those would be for, but these are the various colors that you have in the game, as you can see, for these pieces. I'm just kind of holding that to camera for you. Set that aside. Right here we've got some dice, and these are really small, like very small. They are plastic. They have hard corners. They're not rounded. So think of some of the smallest dice you own. This is probably right there with them, but there's just a white and black D6, D6 dice. We got a bag of baggies because, you know, with all of this stuff, once we kind of go through it, we're going to want to sort it into the bags. Let me set this out so I can look at these miniatures, because I know a lot of you are going to be really interested in how these look. Right here we have this one, which is like a Sentinel Robot dude. As you can see, he's kind of holding his hand out like, stop, do not come any further, or whatever. I don't know the names of all these characters at this point, but the detail on these miniatures is nice. Some of these are pretty chunky, like this guy kind of looks like a blacksmith. He's got his tool belt on him and some kind of tool. Big one. All right. Oh, how did that go in? Anyway, so this guy, he's got like a like an automatic plasma rifle type of thing, and maybe an ammo case on his back. Kind of cool. This guy's beefy. He's kind of has this Bane look to him from Batman, with his mask on and everything. Kind of cool. Here we have just a like normal looking dude with like a cape type thing hanging over him and a tie, and that's what he looks like. And if you ever want, a closer look, just pause the video and you can see more on each of these as I show it to camera. This guy, very interesting. He's got like VR headset type of thing on his face, and on the back it kind of sticks out these three little maybe cameras so you can see behind him. Who knows? Looks pretty cool. The next one, so this girl is cool. She's in a running motion, almost like leaping, and she has a mohawk, just like yours truly. So that's going to be my character. At least first, And then what do we have here? I think this is the one that's on the box, or the one that was promoted during the campaign. This person has a mask and a cloak, a hood over himself or herself, and a katana sword on her back. Very cool stuff. I like the look of that one. I really do. And then over here, we have another sprinter. Just very long hair for some reason. I guess it's to emphasize her speed. And the shoes she's wearing, or maybe replacement feet, I don't know if she's paraplegic with her feet or not, but they're kind of this really bendy feet. All right, the last big one here is this guy. He's got like an electric looking whip that he's holding, or something that you can like wrap around someone's head. He's just kind of got this like cowboy look to him. He's got the hat, he's got the cloak, looks like he's in town to deal some justice. But that's cool. And then you have these little yellow ones, which are like, I think, computer bugs, virus type things, sentries. They have 4 legs. They're yellow. They have like turrets coming out, and fairly small, but still really detailed. Kind of prickly, so I don't want to grab a whole bunch at one time. Let me just put these back. Those are some of the miniatures. Here we have some wooden token pieces. We've got kind of a stop sign, blank, another one, blank. Now this is really chunky, really thick wooden piece there. This, which I think is like a computer chip or a folder. I think it's a folder for like your files. It's like what you're collecting. We have a black little octagonal token, or hexagonal rather. A little time marker, of course. Okay, I'll set that here. Actually, there's gonna be a lot of stuff. I'm gonna put it back in the bag. When I think of the title "In Too Deep," I keep thinking of the like the pop punk song. I think it was Green Good Charlotte, or maybe Sum 41. It's like, now I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep. Anyway, comment below if you remember that song or if you still listen to it. So here we have some tokens with really nice colored screen print images on these. So not only are they color coded, but you can actually see the images of the people that, you know, you're playing as. So that also then leads me to believe that those plastic bases are not swappable and that the color is entirely tied to your character. But yeah, there's quite a few of these for the characters for each person. So there's like 5, I think, per. And there's quite a few. So lots to choose from when looking at who you want to be. And you will, if you're a painter, you know, it has some reference on, you know, some of the colors you might want to use to, you know, match their images here and the minis. A lot of pieces. I think I might end up putting a bag for each character. And so this one bag will be pulled out and have like 8 or 9 or whatever the heck number of characters there are. It's just a lot of pieces for each one. So here we have actual octagonal pieces. And again, these are screen printed images of the characters. I'll try to hold some of them up here to the camera and you can see what I'm talking about. Pretty chunky, not quite as thick as the red one that we looked at a second ago, but still pretty thick, pretty nice, all wooden and all, you know, colored. And let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 characters. That's a lot. I don't remember if it was that much in the campaign, but wow, that's impressive. Okay, I'll set that here. We have some cards here right on top, and it's just sitting in a bag. So let's see what these are. I don't have to open anything really. So this, if I had to guess, are either an expansion or probably solo cards. And here on top, double-sided and a little different on each side. I don't know if it's like you switch it for, you know, different games, or if it switches during the game back and forth. But that's these cards here. They're pretty thick. They have kind of a texture to them, which is cool. High quality cards, about the size of like Magic the Gathering cards, stuff that you are familiar with. These are huge. These remind me, they're almost as big as like tiny epic cards. But let's look at the small ones first. They've been sitting in front of me, just wanting to be opened. I would guess this is like the mini Euro-sized cards, but I can't confirm right now. So all of these are the same back. It's got the red dagger, and I see a bunch of resources, time, kind of the bitcoins, weapons, cool, and various numbers. I don't know how it's played or how do you use it yet. This is probably victory points. You got characters on some of these. Once again, these are really textured, and you can actually, with the reflection of light, kind of see how they have those grid lines on them. But really nice cards. Very good production so far. It's really nice. Really well done. All right. Let's open this carefully and take a look at the big chunky cards. Of course, right on top, I see some reference cards. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's the thing. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, like, if they were generic ones, then I was like, you don't need 10. But since they have the characters on the front and their specials, it makes sense. There's one for each character. But here you go. Also a great reference if you're a painter, because you have their full sculpt, you know, bodies here with the colors for their outfits and everything, which is neat. So there you go. Also the same high quality, and then the reference of how the game plays right here on the backs. And the other cards here, 1s, 2s, and 3s, and then X's here on the bottom. So I believe these are some missions, if I had to guess. Prison Break, Deadly Force. You must be in both blocks and the parish. It's kind of like telling you where you need to be to kind of complete the mission. So I would guess that they get more difficult as they go from 1 to 2 to 3, but there's a deck of these for each number. It's great. And there's options here, or results rather. On the left there's the green, and then the right is the red. So I'm guessing it's failure and success, or something else. The two different ways to solve the mission. Maybe if you're the traitor, you want to solve it or complete it, and that's what you get. So on the red side, that's these. Now the one with the X on the back. All right. Swipe, plant, trespass, assault, meet and greet, ambush, override. So maybe special actions that you can do. That's my guess here. All very similar looking, color coded. They're all unique, and also same quality card stock. Super thick cards. I'll have to figure out what size these are so I can try to find some sleeves, because yeah, that's what I do. Okay, and then we have a plastic bag here of all the cardboard and punched stuff to sort through. All right, so this will make up the different locations as you assemble the board, basically. So you've got Riverside, Zen Bazaar, kind of like Zanzibar, but Zen Bazaar, the Towers, Downtown, the Blocks, the Parish, Ion Heights, not Iron, but Ion Heights, and Skyport. I do like the art in this game. I think that was also a big selling point for why I wanted to get a copy of this thing. It does look really cool, and each of these has their own unique action associated with being there. So that's going to be important to learn. And of course, these would be your player boards. I don't know about the backs. So, yep, I guess it doesn't really matter what the back is, because the fronts are all the same. Perhaps, I don't know. They have different symbols right there. And might be it. That might be it. Okay. M, like X. And then the backs of these, you can see right here. Cool. So they're labeled a little bit, but I don't know exactly the differences just yet. And I was holding them upside down, so whatever. There's some notches here on the left and a special looking notch here on the bottom. And let's just take a look here. Does this character card fit there? Yeah, kind of does. Kind of does. We'll see. All right. They're good. It's already punched out, so that's cool. Here's another large board already punched out. And this, I think, has to track the different missions that you get. So there you go for this piece. Over here, that's like the sentry, I think, that we found. The miniature for, the dark brown one. It's probably like the bad guy that you have to watch out for, as you're doing your stuff. Here's some other pieces. I really couldn't speak to the tokens at this point. I don't know how the tokens all work. I haven't read the rule book. However, this is labeled the Crackdown front. So this is actually going to be part of that mini expansion, the Crackdown. So if you didn't get that, then you wouldn't get that. Okay, here's some more tokens. We've got these 50s. We've got time. We've got different resource kind of tokens for icons. maybe action tokens that you do, various other abilities, things like that. Stuff you can find, kind of like the back of a computer chip there. And lots more of these, I guess, point tokens, again, if I had to guess. They kind of look like a badge, you know, like a police shield. And then you have these over here. You can only guess what that's supposed to be. Looks like, I don't know, it looks like kind of a green liquid in a canister. I don't know. And lots more tokens, all circular, all with the same backing, and as you can see, all the kind of the similar icons and designs that we've already seen. And then this one, double-sided. Is there a difference? Probably. It's got some notches here on the side, but otherwise, you know, we'll put tokens out here. Probably some of those little red cards out here. And there you go. There's a lot of iconography in this game, I can already tell. So, you know, I think the back of that reference for the rulebook is going to be really important, you know, going forward and trying to teach this game. If you're interested in having this game be taught as a tutorial on the channel, perhaps by popular demand, I might be able to do that. But let me know in the comments what you think, and if you've backed the game, if you've received your copy or played it yet, let me know what, you know, what your first play was like. I do want to get this to the table really, really soon. Really good production. I like the way this looks. I like the miniatures. But that is everything in the box for In Too Deep. So from Burnt Island Games, I'm happy to unbox this for you guys, and I hope you like the video. Again, I've been Jared with the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.